So if you'd all like to celebrate there on the podium, if you don't want to open those bottles because they are rather nice, the snappers will take your photographs.
A tough one today. Talk to me about the start. You looked as if, from the angle that I saw, it looked as if you'd let the other boys go ahead. Was that the plan today?
Yeah, it was so rough out there. There was no point in steaming off ahead, so we were going to let the other boys set the pace and see where they were at. And I think it was going to be a bit of a cat and mouse today. The first two legs actually weren't as bad as we were expecting. It wasn't until we got towards the lighthouse where we started to get some huge swells and big waves. But yeah, we didn't go crazy at the start. Nice steady start.
So I mean, when you were out at the lighthouse, I mean, was it coming over the deck? I mean, how bad was it out there?
When we were still headed towards the lighthouse, we had a complete following sea. And I would say we had good 8-footers with maybe occasional 10. We had clean green water right over the canopy on probably 5 occasions.
Talk to me from your perspective. I mean, you've seen some hairy situations in the past, so tell me about how did you feel about today's race?
I mean, obviously it was fairly bumpy, but it helps when you've got just supreme confidence in the boat you're in. You just feel you can take on the world in this boat.
I mean, was there ever any position where you really did feel like backing off, or did you have any problems with visibility out there today?
No, I mean, it sounds silly. The only visibility was steaming up problems when we got some spray through. But speed-wise, we were running happily within our capability. If we had to push harder, we definitely could have done.
So it was getting wet inside the cockpit? I mean, was it like having a sauna? Or?
Yeah. When we took a couple of big ones right over the top, it's coming in the air vents, which is fairly common for a canopy boat. It normally finds a way in somewhere.
But it didn't have any problems with the electrics or anything?
A little bit. We lost the intercoms, which is quite a big problem. A lot of sign language. And a little bit, a couple of GPS issues through getting wet too. But otherwise all good.
Probably lost the intercom about 15 minutes into the run. It's my side, I've been having issues with it. We're not quite sure where it is. It's coming and going. But then when we got our first wave over, right above my head is one of the air vents, and it was running straight into my intercom socket where the intercom plugs in. So we're going to look at moving it and maybe getting a better location for the future.
How much of a hindrance was that when all of a sudden you'd lost, you couldn't hear anything what was going on? I mean, was it just squelch or? I
was actually squealing in my ear. So it was definitely wet. It was getting shorting out in the plug.
So once again, I mean, with this being a new boat, it's still more things just to iron out.
Yeah, typical teething problems with a new boat. The first 2 races, our intercom was absolutely flawless. And then last week when we were down in Italy, I started having an issue. I thought it was my helmet, and I switched helmets today and still had the same issue.
Okay, so does this bode well for the really long Torquay cows that's next up?
We need to fix it before cows. I mean, it's doable. We can definitely manage without it, but it's so much more relaxed and easy when you have clear communication between the two of you.
So do you feel confident now that this boat can take on the cow's big one next round?
I mean, if anybody can do it, it's definitely a boat that's capable of doing it. We're still learning it. You can have issues with a boat anytime. We've had tremendous luck so far with reliability, and I say luck. Our engineers worked extremely hard to get this boat to where it is, but it's so hard to pick up on everything. It's just been an amazing machine so far.